Good morning, and welcome to episode 21 of the Weekly Trail Report. The Weekly Trail Report is the outdoor club of Port Jervis's way of getting you connected and informed as to the conditions and activities taking place on the trails in the Watershed Park region of Port Jervis. This is your host, Tom Faggione. We do this every Saturday morning here at 8 o'clock in the morning, live on Facebook. Joining me this morning, as always, is Outdoor Club President Mike Ward and our ambassador himself, the Director of Membership, our good buddy Chip. Good morning, guys.
Hey, good morning, Tom.
Good morning, Tom.
Morning, Tom.
There you go, Mike.
Morning, Mike.
Mike on the mic.
Mike's on the mic.
All right, it's Saturday morning. Just like that, we're already into February. How about that, guys?
Wow.
And the good
Something
thing
else.
is that the sun is getting up a little bit earlier in the morning. Hopefully we all are too. The sun is staying out a little bit later in the afternoons, so that's a good sign. That little weasel himself, the Puxatawny Phil, last weekend said he came out and he said, hey, spring is coming a little bit sooner, so very good news for everybody.
So the snow for Tuesday forecasted is not going to happen.
Chip, last time I checked, you're not a weatherman, are you?
Nobody
Nope.
believes in rodents.
But I play one on television.
There you go.
All right.
Well, this is the Outdoor Club's Weekly Trail Report, and as the title says, this is what we're here for. We're here to just get everybody informed as to the conditions and activities taking place on the watershed trails in Port Jervis. And Mike, that is your segment, so we turn to you, the guru himself, the president. Mike, get us up to speed as to the conditions that are on the trails right now.
I was out there yesterday, and the trails are very clear right now. There are some low-lying areas that are a bit wet, but for the most part, the trails are dry and snow-free. And get out there, enjoy it. Just be careful. Freezing overnight will freeze things on the trails. Everybody should know that and dress appropriately. And especially for the hike on Sunday, led by Ravi Torn. He's our new director of activities, and he's jumped to the gun and is leading a hike, which will be the Northern Trails. Will be starting at parking lot number 6 on Bucksbaum Road, which is right alongside Deer Park Dam Reservoir, formerly known as Reservoir 3. That hike is probably going to be 6 to 7 miles.
Oh, good
And
one.
a nice long hike.
Knowing Robbie, we're going to go about 10 or 12.
That's good. It makes up for the last couple weeks where we couldn't get out there. We've been so busy, and the weather just wasn't playing well with us.
Well, you mentioned the weather not playing well the last few weeks, and also the club is mindful of that, as you can see, scale back some of the normal activities that take place every weekend, but the trails are always open.
Trails are always open 24 hours a day, 365 a week, and I'll tell you, from all the different tracks that I've seen in the snow that was up there, we've had a lot of people out there. And I see our director of activities just came in. Come on around, Robbie.
Come on around, Robbie.
Boy, our show is getting more and more popular. We're here on Facebook Live, and so many people are chiming in that they're watching and saying good morning. My friend Jan says good morning. Barb says good morning. Our friend Mike from Texas, he says good morning.
Mike, good morning. Yeehaw!
And our good friend Ravi Torn's here. Ravi, I'm going to ask you to come around this way.
Yeah, come over here,
Go over
Robbie.
there,
I'll give
stay
you
with
the mic.
Hey, Robbie.
We just got into the activities segment. Come here and talk about your hike.
Go over there to Mike's mic.
Hey, good morning, Robbie.
How are you?
So Ravi Torn, of course, is here with us. He has been a member of the Outdoor Club for a century and a half. And Ravi, you're leading the big hike tomorrow, huh?
Yes, we have our first hike since all this extreme weather that's happening in the area. It's going to be a pretty nice hike, not too long.
Now,
we'll
not
get our
too
blood pumping.
Not too long. Mike said it might be 6 to 7 miles. Chip said it's going to be like 10 miles.
Oh, here's the thing with Chip. He thinks all my hikes is going to be double digits.
Double
So
digits.
We'll see how it goes tomorrow.
Robbie, just put that mic a little bit closer to your mouth there so we can hear you better. And we
Ro-
want everyone to hear all about
Robbie
this.
enjoys hiking, so that means distance. Okay, so the new director of activities has distance in mind. I'm telling you.
All right, so the hike is tomorrow. What time are we going to start?
We are starting at 11 a.m.
And that's up at Deer Park Dam.
Yes, parking lot 6.
And as I ask, now you're going to be put on the spot. And Mike always loves this question I ask. How much money does it cost to go on the hike tomorrow?
Money? It's free.
Free.
That's good to know. So come on out tomorrow. You can hike with Ravi. Very important, though. This morning we woke up. It was chilly this morning. Looks like it's going to be that way tomorrow. Some suggestions as to what people should either prepare to bring, wear, and to throw in a backpack.
Well, always wear sturdy shoes. Bring some snacks. Dress warm. I always dress in layers, and if it gets too hot, I always take something off. So that's probably it.
There you go. How about anything to eat? Snack?
Snacks, yeah. Bring little snacks here and there.
What do you prefer, Robbie?
Robbie doesn't really eat on hikes.
Oh, except when you're promised a 30-minute lunch break.
But this will be a lot of fun tomorrow, so come on out. Robbie's going to be leading the hike. It'll start at Deer Park Dam at about 11 o'clock in the morning. Dress appropriately, bring a snack, and bring some water with you, of course. And, one thing I will say is that some people have probably noticed I got a little Band-Aid on my nose. And,
we didn't notice.
The show isn't about me, of course. It's not about any one of us.
Sure.
It's about the club. But I will tell you that as a fair-skinned young man here, I had a little bit of skin cancer removed this week, and I'll remind people that even in the wintertime, it's so important to put a little sunscreen on when you're out there on the trails. I always keep sunscreen in my backpack. I keep it in my car. I have some at home, and whenever I go outside, I just put a little bit on. So even in the wintertime, when you don't think the sun can have rays that can damage your skin, it can. So make sure that you put sunscreen on, and if ever you see me on a hike, I'll always have a little bit of sunscreen in my backpack, willing to share with anybody. So just maybe throw that in your backpack for tomorrow as well. So, Robbie, we want to thank you for coming in this morning, as you have just completed segment number 1 for us, and that is our trail report and our activities report, because we want people to know that the trails are open. We want them to let them know what the conditions of the trails are, and then always we want to tell them about the events that are coming up and activities. So the activity tomorrow is all about you, Robbie, right, man?
Yeah,
No,
he's launching
it's all
it.
about Chip. It's never all about Robbie.
No, don't put me on the spot like that, Robbie. This is your first hike as the new director of activities, and we're going to smash it on Sunday. We're going to kill it.
Come out tomorrow, enjoy the wilderness. It'll be fun.
I'm telling you, it's going to be a great event. It's going to
Great.
be a fun event, activity. It's going to be a great activity we're going to put on tomorrow. Come on out for it. It'll be a good hike. You'll have fun. You'll get some exercise and movement. And Robbie, he's always a great guy leading these hikes.
Well, it's great to have our club members come and be on the show, and to remind people that, hey, you know what, come out and join us. Mike?
Yeah, I just wanted to add to that for the hike tomorrow, just in case. The Bucksbaum Road at the intersection of Academy Avenue tends to get very icy. I'll be out there first thing in the morning, and watch the Watershed sign. You'll see the big red sign. Underneath of it, you'll see the parking sign that either points to the right, which takes you to parking lot 6, or if it looks like the conditions of Bucksbaum Road are too bad to get you over there, I'll put a sign up there that directs you to the left, which means that we'll be parking at the caretaker's house.
There you go.
If that's okay with Robbie. I think it's safer because of the way that hill gets icy sometimes, and last night it got really cold, and it's going to be getting colder.
There you go, Mike, and you're always on top of things about safety, so come on out tomorrow. We want you to come have fun, and we want you to come back again and again and again. So good stuff from you, Mike, right there.
Yeah, thanks for coming, Robbie. This is great.
Yeah, thanks.
And you'll
for
see
coming
Robbie
out.
a lot more often. We'll get him involved in this on our Saturday show.
Absolutely. We're working on some incredible things coming up through the springtime. Just stay tuned and stay with us, and you'll be just mesmerized at what we're going to be bringing to you.
You really will. It's something I've been working on, my activities from afar.
And none of this could not happen if not for all of the supporters and all the people that help make this happen. And that includes the businesses here in our community. Of course, Chip and I are ready today. We are drinking out of our Foundry 42 mugs. We want to thank Cooper, as always, for being a big supporter of all the activities and the things that the Outdoor Club does. But we also have lots of other sponsors, including these two right now, who we want to thank for all that they've done to help us. The Upfront Gallery is the region's premier art gallery. Owners Debbie and Gordon showcase local and regional talent with galas and exhibitions throughout the year. At Upfront Gallery, there's always something going on. From paintings to photographs, sculptures, and more, the Upfront Gallery is the place to see and be seen. Upfront Gallery also hosts private events and cocktail parties. Book your next event with Debbie today. Give her a call, 845-754-5000. You'll love her. She's exactly what Upfront is all about. The Upfront Gallery, 31 Jersey Avenue, Port Jervis. After a nice hike on the trails or a bike ride through the Watershed Park, nothing is more refreshing than a locally crafted beer and a bite to eat. Head over to the Fox and Hare, 46 Front Street in Port Jervis. The Fox and Hare is a small-town brewery and restaurant meant to celebrate great beer, savory food, and wonderful people. The tap room is a welcoming place for all walks of life. Whether you're a fox, a hare, or someone that just likes the taste of good beer. Open Wednesday through Sunday for handcrafted beer and food. It's the Fox and Hare. Give them a call, 845-672-0100. The Fox and Hare has been a proud supporter of the Outdoor Club of Port Jervis since they opened their doors. Many a hiker and mountain biker have made the Fox and Hare a waypoint on their adventure. The Fox and Hare, located at 46 Front Street in downtown Port Jervis. The ultimate finish line on your hike or bike ride. That's right. The ultimate finish line is the Fox and Hare, and a great place. I'll be there later this afternoon talking to the guys, and they're excited about all the activities. They are also a very big supporter of the Outdoor Club when it comes to events, especially the bike events. And we want to thank DK and Sean down at the Fox and Hare, as always,
Thanks,
for being
guys.
supporters. Chip, segment number two. Segment number two is a segment that we've developed talking with you, and you being not only the ambassador, but now you are our director of membership. And what we call segment number two is very simple. It's our member spotlight. And it's your chance to spotlight one of our members, tell a little bit about them, and to let them know how much we appreciate them.
Great.
Take it away, Chip.
All right, Tom, thank you for putting me on the spotlight here. And today's spotlight membership goes out to Kalela. She is an outdoor club member that participates regularly in activities, hiking events, and she's out there with her dog, Ray, and sometimes what we like to see is Ray's energy taking charge up there as the leader of the hikes. And Kalela herself, she's out there regularly on these events for the outdoor club, and she's a good person out there to talk to. She's very interesting, and she's excited to be out there in the Watershed trails. And Kalela and Ray, you are spotlighted today in the Outdoor Club of Port Jervis Spotlight membership. Chip's Spotlight membership. And Ray and Kalela.
I love it.
Thank you, Kalela, also for not only being a member and for participating in the activities regularly on the hikes, but I want to congratulate you as well for getting that gym membership and taking it to another level. When the weather is sour, you're in the gym doing the treadmill. Congratulations to that as well, staying fit.
Well, this is what the club's all about. It's about people. It's about people meeting other people on the trails and enjoying the experiences there. And that comes when we advertise and promote the events, but it only happens when the people come out. And Kalela is the perfect example of someone who has become more and more involved, and it's always great to see her. She definitely is a very interesting lady and just good people. So
absolutely, and her dog is a joy to have on the hikes as well, which is a good thing to highlight too, because people ask us all the time, can we bring our dogs on the trails? Yes, you can. You can bring your dogs on the trails, Tom. We're trail-friendly, pet-friendly trails.
There you go.
You know, and Ray is a great dog out there, very energetic.
Well, dogs are great to go on hikes with. They're nice. Sometimes they're better than some people to go on hikes with. But Kalela, we want to thank you for all you've done to be part of the club.
Thank you,
and we look
Kalela.
forward for that. Hey, listen, if you want to be or you want to nominate someone to be on a member spotlight, you can always get in touch with us. Of course, our website is OCOPJ.org.
OCOPJ.org.
Or you can check us out on Facebook, and that's go on Facebook.com and look up the Outdoor Club of Port Jervis. You can mention one of your friends or someone you know that's a member of the club and say, hey, give them a shout-out next week on your member spotlight. And Chip, you'll be on top of that, and next week you'll have another member spotlight.
I will have a new member to spotlight next week's show. Absolutely. And thanks, Kalela, for being there for the activities and all the support behind the scenes you've given as well. Thank you.
It's great. By the way, we are sitting here live right now at Richard's Army Surplus here at 264 East Main Street in Port Jervis. They, of course, are not only one of our sponsors, but they're our home base right now for our morning show. And we want to thank them. They are one of our key sponsors. And right now we're going to have a little message from them here at Richard's Army Surplus. Alice. Richard's Army Surplus in Port Jervis is the region's only true Army Surplus store. Located at 264 East Main Street in Port Jervis, they have it all. Let them outfit you from the ground up. Richard's Army Surplus stocks a wide selection of military boots in all sizes with several styles to choose from. For your next hike on the trails, swing by and pick up a pair of rugged cargo pants. Stay warm with military field jackets and Gore-Tex parkas, all available today at Richard's. Richard's Army Surplus has gloves, hats, and polypropylene long underwear to keep you warm on these super chilly days. Check out the wide selection of survival gear, flashlights, multi-tools, and pocket knives, all available at Richard's Army Surplus. Stop by and talk to the staff. They're family, and they'll treat you the same. Open Wednesdays through Sunday, 10 a.m. through 5:30 p.m. That's Richards Army Surplus, 264 East Main Street, right here in Port Jervis. Give them a call, 845-856-1911. That's 845-856-1911. Richards Army Surplus, proud supporter of the Outdoor Club of Port Jervis. Yeah, excellent. Love those guys down here. Come down and say hello to the gang right here. They really are family. I know because I work here. And you can come down and talk to Joe and Amy and Terry, or even me. We'll set you up with whatever you need here at Richards Army Surplus in Port Jervis. Guys, now we turn to our last segment of the morning, and we are very, very lucky to have a good friend of ours here. My good buddy Jarrod Kahmar is with us. Jarrod, good morning.
Hey guys, good morning. Thanks for having me here.
Good morning.
See how this guy's a pro. The microphone's right where it needs to be. He knows how to talk on the microphone.
What are you talking about? My microphone is always right where it needs to be, in front of this beautiful face.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, with that. But Jarrod Kahmar is here with us. Jarrod is a Port Jervis guy through and through. Jarrod, I know that you and your family have been on the trails, but more importantly, you're also the principal of Hamilton Bicentennial Elementary School, and you're here to talk about a few things that are tied into what we do here, and that is getting kids motivated and moving, getting them outside. Is that right, my friend?
That's absolutely right, Tom. Thanks for having me here, and thank you all you guys, all the work on the trails up there. My family gets a ton of enjoyment out of being up there. We bring our dog Judge up there too, and try to log as many miles as we can.
You guys were on the Santa hike this year, weren't you?
We missed the Santa hike, but we spent just about every day of the break we were up there.
I remember seeing pictures of all the kids enjoying, and you got a few kids, don't you?
We have our fourth just turned one last week. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. And it's great for you to bring the family up there because they can explore, and it's a great place for them to go have some fun.
That's right, right in our backyard, and we were talking about it earlier. My brother and I, we running those trails since we were 5, so it's a lot of fun up there.
But you're here for some very important news and information that we kind of need the community to help out with, and more or less to just tell the community about what's going on.
Yeah, in the name of movement, you talked about it here, movement and nutrition. We need to find more opportunities for our kids at the school to be outside, to be active, fitness, nutrition. So we've applied for a grant through ShopRite. Our good friends at ShopRite have been doing a great job for us with nutrition and getting our kids active. The grant is schoolgrantswithpurpose.com, and you can also just go to the PJ Schools website, and it's the first link that clicks up. And that's a $25,000 grant for an outdoor playground that HB is in the running for.
How about that? So what we need our listeners to do is to go to the school website, and the web address is?
It's pjschools.org, or you can go directly to schoolgrantswithpurpose.com, and you can vote the entire month of February, once a day for every email that you have 13 and older.
And it's real simple. You go online, click it, and all you have to do is just vote every day.
Yeah, it literally takes 10 seconds. I do recommend, if you can do it from a desktop or a PC, it's a little quicker. There's a CAPTCHA on your handheld devices, and it does take a little bit longer. So it's real easy to go from a desktop or PC. It takes literally 10 seconds.
That CAPTCHA, I don't know if Chip understands what that means.
Well, I was just going to get to that with you, Jarrod. What's a desktop or a PC? You see, I'm just trying to compute that in my brain, and I'm saying to myself, okay, he used these terms, desktop and PC.
Well, I will tell you that the CAPTCHA thing, Chip, is something you might have trouble with because the CAPTCHA thing asks you if you're a robot or not.
Oh, I see.
So you might have a little bit of trouble.
I'm not a robot last time I checked.
But this is important. So all of our listeners, and it's free to do. You don't have to have a child at HPE. You don't have to have a student in our schools. What we want you to do is just go onto the school website, click on the link, and vote every day. All those votes are going to go in, and if Hamilton Bicentennial Elementary wins, they're going to win.
We're going to win a $25,000 grant to install a state-of-the-art playground in the middle of our backyard up at HB. It's going to look fantastic.
This is a great venture. I think you guys are going to get this $25,000 grant, and it's going to look awesome at the school.
I do too. Everybody we talked to has been great support out there. People voting and getting the troops rallied to get on there. So
it's all about
thank you,
fitness
everybody,
and getting everybody moving towards the healthier lifestyle. And the kids are where we start. It's really imperative to get them moving.
Yeah, so true, Chip. There's so much research right now breaking through about the mind-body connection and getting kids moving and nutrition, and we're going to be on the front edge of that.
Jarrod, you've been an educator and now you're an administrator in a school. Kind of tie that in a little bit about how exercise also promotes education in the classroom as well.
Yeah, thanks, Tom. We installed this year through a grant the district got kinesthetic labs in both ASK and HBE. And again, there's just a ton of research on movement. There's 12 stations that are specific movements to that you get the kids in. It's really tailored for kindergarten through third grade. And then what we do is we just launched a pilot program at both schools called 0 Hour Phys Ed. Dr. Rady out of Harvard did a lot of research on students with like behavior and attention issues and getting them off medication with exercise. And he's right up out of the Center for Discovery right now. So there's a philosophy of get your kids in school the hour before school starts, get them in their target heart rate zone, feed them, and then get them into ELA and math. And you have about a 2.5 hour window where all those endorphins and serotonin and melatonin are firing, and that's optimal for learning. In the kinesthetic lab, you guys will enjoy this piece. There's what they call the midline that separates the two halves of your brain, and you have to be able to cross the midline in things that you do. For example, you see the letter A, you interpret that, the sound it makes, you tie it into a word, and then you output it into language. That crosses all 4 areas of the brain. In kids, developmentally, sometimes they don't have the ability to cross their midline. For example, skipping. You think of all the movement that skipping does, you're crossing the midline. So when a 6-year-old can't skip, they're also going to have great difficulty reading because they can't cross the midline. So this kinesthetic lab helps them develop that skill to be able to do it. Then we get them in the 0 hour program. We get their heart rate up. We get them fed, and we just create an environment where they can best learn.
Listen, I'm no scientist. I'm no educator, but I know one thing. When I was a kid, my parents used to tell us, I have 2 brothers and I have 2 sisters, get outside and play, burn off all that energy, so when you come back in the house, you're not driving your parents crazy.
That's right.
And obviously taking that simple philosophy but applying it into school sounds like these are programs that are doing exactly that.
So true, Tom. You think about, ask every one of your people that are done with that hike with Robbie tomorrow. They're going to feel so good in that couple hours after. Like you're just breathing better, you're functioning better, your mind's on all cylinders. So it's really simple science. You move, you eat right, you exercise, and things are good.
Let me caution you there, Jarrod. Robbie has not set how many miles this hike is going to be. So that being said, the people feeling great afterwards, once they've completed it, they may be screaming, Robbie, what happened? But no. And all joking aside, Robbie's a great guy. His hike is going to be awesome tomorrow. He's going to deliver. I know he will, and I'll be there.
Yeah,
you know.
Very cool.
But I really like the sound of what you just said about this kinetic. Is it?
Yeah, kinesthetic learning lab. Just movement.
Yeah, movement and everything. Because I find it does create energy and growth for thought process. So that's a great thing that the district and you're implementing and. I'm all for it because anything that's going to improve the ability to learn and move forward, it's a great thing,
Absolutely.
I got one even better. Even better than that, Chip, because you know why? It comes from our good buddy Adam Hubbard.
Adam Hubbard, of course. Jarrod, you know Adam.
Of course.
Adam is our trail builder. He is the lead engineer, if you will, on building all of our trails. And he just said it best online. He says, more kids on bikes and hikes. And that's exactly tying into what you're doing at HBE, what's being implemented at ASK, and what the Port Jervis School District is really now focusing on is getting kids moving, getting them to burn off that energy, but then take that energy and harness it in the classroom. I love it. It's great ideas.
That's perfect. Well said, Adam.
So let's talk in recap because we know we got to get you going. You got 4 kids and it's a Saturday morning, so those cartoons aren't going to be on TV too long at your house. Let's tell the listeners again how they can help HBE in the contest.
That's right. Go to pjschools.org and click on the link there for our grant. It's right on the homepage. It's the first thing that pops up. You can vote 1 time a day for the month of February with any email that you have for anybody that's 13 and older.
How about that? So let's do it. Everybody can go online and you can vote once a day, every day.
Once a day, every day for every email you have.
There you go. So if you got 10 emails like Chip, because he's got plenty of aliases, he could be up there really making things happen for HBE. This place is close to my heart. I say it all the time about HBE I always was hoping that maybe they would use my line and it could become the official motto of the school.
It's not about him, though, right?
No, it's about the school. HBE is the place to be. I always say that, and I say it right here. HBE, class of 1984. I graduated 6th grade in 1984 from HBE, and that school will always be a part of my heart, no doubt.
Tom was an original member the day they moved into HBE,
No,
correct?
you know what? I was a little bit, I was still in New York City at the time, but I could have almost been. But I know that Carol Mann, who was the secretary there for forever, she said that she was there before the school was built. She picked the carpet out.
That's right.
Yeah.
And
So
it's a great school, and it has a great learning environment out there. Jarrod's been the principal now how many years?
This is my 3rd year, Tom.
And I can tell you what, you go down over to the school and you can see those kids running around outside playing, and then they jump right back in the classroom and boom, they're learning. So Jarrod, doing a great job out there. We're proud of you, my friend. And we want to thank you for being here today. Chip?
Yes, thank you, Jarrod, for coming out and letting everyone know about this great grant that you're trying to get. And it's a very, very good concept. And I think you're going to win. I really do, because I feel it. Those people out there listening are going to be doing their emails right now and voting for HBE to get that $25,000 playground, state of the art.
Well, Jarrod, we're going to share it on our social media. We just sent it out to the whole wide world because millions of people are watching this right now. So we want everyone to know that help out HBE, help out Port Jervis Schools, and Jarrod Kahmar as the principal out there. Thank you so much. Will you come back and be on the show?
Absolutely, anytime, Tom. Thank you, man, for the time today, and I'll see you
one
out on
more
the
thing,
trails.
Tom, if I can.
There's always one more thing with Chip.
There's one more thing. If I can, sir, if you do me this honor, I asked you earlier if you were an official club member, Outdoor Club Port Jervis member, and you said, no, I don't believe I am, but I'd be willing to. So can I get that commitment right now from you?
Absolutely,
I have an application.
Chip. On the air, application, family membership.
Family membership.
We'll
Awesome.
get that rolling. Yeah, thank
Outstanding.
you, man.
Well,
all right.
appreciate it, guys.
That's great because, Jarrod, last week on the show, we challenged Chip to get 10,000 new members by the end of the year. So now he's down to 9,994 because we got a family membership. How's that?
Awesome. I'm getting closer to that 10,000 quota. I'm going to make it.
All right.
Well,
And Chip, we'll talk on an official invite, but one of our initiatives that we want to do, my assistant principal, David Marr, and I, getting outside with the hiking with the principals, or we had the Basha Kill up there by HBE, but we'd love to get out on the trails and invite our kids and parents.
awesome.
and-
That
and
sounds
come
like
to
a great item,
organized hike.
activity to have.
And that's why we have you
Yeah.
here, Jarrod, is because the Outdoor Club of Port Jervis isn't just about getting on the trails. It's about getting the community onto the trails and getting the Outdoor Club into the community to show kids and to show families that you don't have to be a climber of Mount Everest. You just have to be someone willing to go out and try something new or experience something new, and we want to bring that to you.
Sounds good. So any HB parents or kids out there listening, we're going to organize that. We'll set it up. We'll make it
Sounds
happen.
great.
Yeah?
Sounds great. We'll make it happen.
All right. Thanks,
Yeah.
guys.
All right, Jarrod Kahmar, principal of HBE Elementary School. That's Hamilton Bicentennial Elementary. Go online. We're going to link to the contests from our social media, so we're going to put the word out there, and let's get HBE that outdoor equipment so that they can get the kids
Let's
outside.
do it.
There you go.
Yeah.
So, guys, just like that, episode 21
In the
book.
books.
I want to thank Jarrod Kahmar, our
Jarrod,
very
thank you.
special guest today. I want to thank Ravi, our director of activities.
Ravi, thanks for stopping by, my man, director of activities.
And our president, Mike Ward himself, he has been on assignment the last couple of weeks. He came down this morning to sit with us for a little bit. Boom, he's back on assignment. So he's working on some really special things that are going to be coming up in the springtime here for the Outdoor Club. And last but not least, definitely not least, our good buddy Chip. Thanks, Chip.
Thanks, Tom. Pleasure to be here. Always, you know.
We're glad to have you
Yeah.
here. And we just want to thank all the listeners and our member spotlight to Kalila today. Thank you, Kalila, for all that you're doing.
Thank you.
And all the other members out there. Hey, remember, the trails are always open. Go on out and explore and have some fun. And you can join us next Saturday as we bring you the next episode of the Weekly Trail Report, hosted by me, Tom Faggione, for the Outdoor Club of Port Jervis. Guys, have a great day. Have a great week. We'll see you soon.